Today we're going to look at the decimal board again, and you'll notice that this decimal board's a little bit different. I'm using a different one so I could use some labels on it. Today we're going to look at the metric system, and we're going to look at the unit of measure that we use. So to measure length, our unit is the meter. So I'm going to pop meter on this label right here. The meter is the ruler, and sometimes we have more than a meter, and sometimes we have less. When we take the meter 10 times, we have a decameter. So 10 meters is the same as a decameter, or it's called a decameter. And when we divide our meter into 10 equal parts, we call it a decimeter. Decimeter. When we take our meter 100 times and multiply it by 100, we get a hectometer. When we divide our meter into 100 equal parts, it gives us centimeters. When we take our meter and we multiply it by 1,000, we get a kilometer. When we take our meter and we divide it by 1,000, we get a millimeter. Oh, this is meant to be a decimeter, not a dentimeter. There we go. Oh no, that was a centimeter. Centimeter. There we go. Centimeter. So the meter multiplied by 10 is a decameter. Divided by 10 is a decimeter. Multiplied by 100 is a hectometer. Divided by 100 is a centimeter. Multiplied by 1,000 is a kilometer. And divided by 1,000 is a millimeter. Can you hear something the same in each of these words? Meter. The word meter comes from a Greek word metron, which means to measure. When people were deciding on the names of lengths, they decided to use two different languages. For the division of the meter, dividing it, they decided to use Latin words. And for the multiples of the meter, they decided to use Greek words. So the Latin words for the division of the meter are deci, from decimus for tenth. So there are 10 decameters in a meter, decimeters in a meter. Centi comes from the Latin word centum, meaning 100. And milli comes from the Latin word mil, meaning 1,000. And for our Greek words, we have deca, meaning 10, for 10 meters. Hecta, which means 100, and it comes from the Greek word hekatron. And kilo comes from a Greek word kiloio, meaning 1,000. You could mix up these labels and put them back on. So write up some labels, pop them on the decimal board, and see if you can work out the correct place for them to go.